everyone! Today we're going to be checking out the Cursed Dungeon obby, and we're going to get right on into it. So let's go. I really love the layout of this. I love the dungeon and it's creepy. Kind of perfect for Halloween, but again, also just a really cool, like, spooky vibe going on. It's got its own unique feel, similar to like the Unseen obby. A lot of obbies can kind of feel cookie cutter in a way. Like if you look at like Barry's Prison Run. Barry's Prison Run, that has so many different like versions of it now. It's like all the same levels, but just different skins. But this one is its own unique thing, so I definitely give the developers a lot of credit for that. And this one has a lot of like little tight jumps and turns. I love the look of this lava. That like red glow coming from underneath is so cool. And watch out for these blades real quick. Okay, so now on this part, you can see how they all like recess into the wall. So what you want to do is run to the like very end like I did just here, and you can just stand there and wait for them to come back. So you don't just want to make sure that you're pressed up against the wall though, so that way you don't fall. And we're just gonna keep on jumping. But yeah, with this, I love how like the lava's coming up. It's giving me definitely Mario like castle or dungeon vibes. Right here, it's gonna be green, red, blue, green, red, blue. And so far, every level I've done, it's always been the same. So you can count on that if you're playing this obby. At least for now, unless they update it later. We have a flamethrower. That's okay, we got this. But no, like I was saying, I'm totally expecting to see like the fireballs coming out of the lava, like in Mario. I can't help it. And I'm waiting to hear like the Bowser music going. It just is totally giving me that vibe. And then this is like Indiana Jones, except in reverse because it's not behind us yet. All right, we're just gonna hang out here real quick. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, and this has 50 stages, so we're at 10 of 50 right now. But each level has its own thing going on, which I really appreciate. And I'll help you know with any little tricks that I find along the way. So like, for instance, on this part, I find it's easier if you turn your camera up because you can see a better idea of like what's going on and where you're jumping exactly versus if you were just like looking normal. Whoop, didn't mean to go into first person there. That's okay. We'll just change that view real quick. All right, we're just gonna jump around these. But yeah, I really appreciate the time that they took, like making this obby. You can tell like a lot of time and effort went into it, and it's really, really cool to see, and it's a really fun one to check out. So again, like if you guys haven't tried it yet, you should. All right. Now we have disappearing platforms. So unlike some other games, these platforms just disappear on their own. It's not like when you step on them, so we're gonna wait till they fully come back before trying to make it across. All right, and up we go. All right, so this is just another part where it's like ladders. So we're just gonna jump from one side to the other. I love the wood and the brick together though. It looks so nice. And we have more lava and lots of fire. And that lava effect, I love it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wait for this real quick. All right. And there we go. Ah. More blades. That's okay, we got this. Okay, so on this part, I tried to only move when they're all vertical, because it kind of gives us like a little runway. And it gives us just enough time to get to the bar so we can wait for it to turn again. Run, 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 run. All right. Okay, so for this part, it is easier in first person. So I would suggest if you're doing this to just go ahead and change your view real quick. It'll help you get out of there faster. Alright, and these are pressure sensitive blocks, so you just want to keep on running, do not stop. And then we're back to just normal kind of platform jumping with our creepy lava below. We're missing some of those little skeleton dudes. Okay, now what? Alright, more platforms, we got this. There we go. Okay, just little lava parts. We can skip over those. Easy enough. Let's go, let's go. All right. And again, same thing with those ones. It's easier just looking up when you're jumping because you can see the edges easier. If you keep it more like in a normal perspective, it can get hard and it's easy to like miss a jump or over jump. So just keeping that down. Okay, here. Okay, so on this part, guys, you do want to do it in first person because I noticed in third person you can sometimes get stuck. There's a little like wall above there. So you can sometimes get stuck on it and hit it and then it knocks you down. So doing that in first person is definitely going to help you pass that way easier. Okay, another part where we just want to wait. And there it is. Okay, so again, timing and speed is key here. Just don't stop, just keep going. And you can make it all the way through here. So as soon as they come up, we're gonna just jump and go, jump and go. All right, one more time. Let's go, let's go. All right, over halfway there. Okay, so on this part, guys, you do not want to jump when these purple little levels are all the way up. If you try to jump on the purple platforms, not levels, oh my goodness. If you try to jump on the purple platforms when it's all the way up, you're gonna hit the laser and you're gonna die. So don't do that. Right on these, again, it's timing. So we wanna just make sure that we're watching the timing here. And we're gonna go, 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 go. And those ones are falling behind us. So again, do not stop. Once you start on these, just don't stop, just keep going. All right, same thing here. We're gonna do it in a top perspective, just easier to see where we're going. Also gives you a good idea of where the blades are as well. Okay, and this is just, again, normal little, it's a little darker, but we got this. All right, we're just gonna follow this thing around like a merry-go-round until our platforms come back. And we are just gonna jump. And there we go. Okay. Now we're just gonna wait. All right. Patience is key on this one. There we go. Okay, so we want to go quick. So we're just going to, because it starts filling up immediately. So if you do not go through the minute that drains, just wait for it again. Yes, it requires patience, but it's not going to ruin your run. So just wait. You want to jump on that as soon as it goes ahead and it goes down. All right. Again, another one of these areas. We're just going to look from the top and hit the safe squares. But on this one, they do fall, so again, we want to be quick. All right, so the ones on the pillar blocks are safe. It's the wood that can fall, so we just want to be careful. All right, climb up the ladder. Climb up the ladder. And you do want to be quick because those little steps will collapse. All Alright, so on this part, guys, you want to start jumping as soon as it starts to go down a little bit. If you try to jump anytime after that, you will not have enough time. Because this, look, it's already rising up really quick. So the minute that you start watching it go down, you need to start right away. Otherwise, you'll get caught in that, like, green goo lava. So a lot of this has some pretty tricky timing, but you can do it. And I love the way that looks. It kind of reminds me of fireflies a little bit. Except it's red instead of green, but still. It's all sparkly. Okay. Same thing with the ladder steps there. You just want to make sure that you go quick because they do fall. Alright. Perfect. Okay, so another platform, and we can see that these ones also don't go fully in the wall, so if you don't feel confident or you aren't sure, you can ride those out a little bit and just hang on to the wall. Okay, one more time. Let's go, let's go! Here we go! Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, we had a little lag, but that's alright. We got this. There we go. Yeah, if you ever see something not moving, just stay in the safe spot until you can. Ours is just lag. Okay, perfect. Alright, now we got a mixture of things going on here. Okay, we have a little ledge. Okay, and you want to keep your view like this so that way you can see everything and you can kind of gauge where you can be safe. Okay, we have our little platforms again. 42! Alright, I like this one. This one we just don't want to touch the lava. Alright, there's our little ledges again. Little more tricky this time because we want to jump on a very, very tiny little ledge, but you can do it. Alright. And then this is kind of similar from the beginning. Jump on one side, jump to the other. There we go. Alright, so on this I'm jumping, guys, because I'm trying to see the other edge. So I'm trying to gauge when it's safe to go, because we need to make sure that we're getting this timing right. And if you jump, the only way I can see it is if I'm jumping. So likewise for you guys, because those little wood blocks will fall. So it'll help you plan your timing better. Alright, same thing here. Okay, so this timing is a little tricky. So what we want to make sure to do is when we're jumping, we want to make sure we give it a little bit, just an extra little second, so that way we have a place to jump when we get to the other side. So you see how that's coming back at us? Alright, now we can go. And then look, see, that one just went down, so it just gave us enough space to safely jump. If you don't time that right, you're not going to have anywhere to jump, and it's going to end the run. Alright, now we just have some little narrow ledges. And again, for these, I like looking at them from like a top-down perspective. And just see better, like how much room I have to work with. Okay, now we just have some black marble pillars here. Nothing too crazy. Alright, now we just had a little lag there. I don't know if you guys caught it, but we made it, so it's okay. That's alright, we got this. Alright, perfect. We are in the home stretch, guys. We are just gonna keep jumping. We got this, we got this. Okay, we're gonna stay here just to be safe. I love that we have these little ledges. Okay, safe zone. Let him shift. Okay, we're almost there. There's our little ledge. Alright, so again, you want to be careful here because they keep shifting. That's okay. Got this. And that was level 50. Another adventure down, guys. If you made it all the way to the end, you are amazing. Make sure you drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. Bye, everyone.